Ride it the South and Bend. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening in Monrovia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision, just to spoon. You want to know what's happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon. You from Vonjema, Maryland, to spoon. To spoon. If you eat kepa, gradually, my brother, to spoon.
See where helmet represented Alright, so he just arrived here at the capital. Chief, why are you wearing helmet this morning? No comment for now. Alright, so yeah.
The police just now I think you can talk to him right now. Yes, I think you can talk to any of them. Here's the commander. So one person has been arrested.
President Jason Remote Workout was completing the national draft budget exchange. President Jason Remote Workout was completing the national draft budget exchange.
Yes, I, a special one from the CEO, stand tongue with the spoon. And your boy, ride it the South and Bend. Charges on the beat.
To the spoon to get your information. To the spoon to be part of our discussion. Spoon, spoon, spoon television. Spoon, spoon, spoon radio station.
Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Liberia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Monrovia. Spoon gonna tell you what is happening in Africa. Just to spoon you will know. If the children crying for starvation, just to spoon. You want to get a news update, brother, to spoon.
Are you sure? I just spoke English. I come from Nikutown. I don't mix my words. This is going to get more fire tomorrow. It's going to get even worse on Wednesday and on Thursday. The laboratory can get your brain. You are sweating now as journalists. You should be sitting now in section or you should be sitting now in the budget hearing process. Are you sitting there? No, it's normal.
Other police are there.
In fact, that it is not normal.
Police are there.
Guys,
That's very common.
unless you want to be sarcastic and provocative, I'm going to cut the interview. If you want the Liberian people to know what is going on here, ask serious questions. I'm telling you.
One of the serious questions is you don't normally reach forum and you talk about, calling for
Do you know the Constitution?
You have to
The last time I checked, you don't know. No,
One of the civil.
You are going stupid now, so you can come to yourself. This is a serious issue we're talking about. Hello. The budget is not being discussed. It's the same kangaroo process. This is a democracy. There are processes that will be wildness. You will see wildness.
We see with the speaker mentioned transition in his post.
Speak to the speaker on that matter. Can you speak to the speaker on that matter?
Where exactly is the speaker right now?
You can ask him his number. I can give you his number.
Why can't you say, you are one of the...
I just told you know his number. The speaker is running business of the state. He has a couple of meetings ongoing.
From where is he running the state?
From your father's house. So there are people who can be respectful when you are a journalist and you're not respectful. Then you will see.
Asking questions, you can make
He is going to stay from your father's house.
You said it.
When is going to stay from your father's house? So guys,
We are taking...
You show your foot again, I'll take a break.
So that's what happening to... This is happening to Sylvester here. This is happening to Sylvester Chopper of Spoon FM. This is happening to Sylvester Chopper. Sylvester! This is happening to Sylvester Chopper of Spoon FM. This is happening to Sylvester. I started asking, he said the speaker is running the affairs of the state. Where is he running the affairs of the state? He said for a firehouse. Some of his supporters are to jump on me. Ask simple question. Of course, his record is there. They attack you according to... But it's not how they just told you that. But that probably I'm doing my work. So I don't have a problem with that. I don't have any memory next time. I'm doing my work as a professional journalist. I'm still here, and of course, I'm still doing my work as a professional journalist. If I ask a question to a politician or lawmaker, if it doesn't go well with the person, anything he wants to do, of course, the law is here. But the question I asked, it was not biased. Just as you said, the quote-unquote speaker, the speaker, Jeff Nukuba, is running the public wants to know where is he running the affairs of the state. That was the simple question I asked. He said, go to your father's house, go to your boss's house. And I don't live with my boss, of course. I don't live with my boss. All right, I work at an institution. My institution says.
Do you see it as an attack on the media?
Well, everyone is seeing it, so I don't know. We can define their actions.
All right, folks, thanks for joining us tonight. This is Spoon 107.5 FM. We are live across the Spoon network, Spoon FM 107.5, Fabric Radio 101.1, and a host of other radio stations across the country relaying this edition of the program. I want to appreciate everyone for being here tonight. Thanks for joining us across Radio Land. And those of you online, thanks for coming on as well. Kindly share the program as you join us tonight. This is the Late Night Show, the Late Night Politics on Spoon. We're here to talk Liberia, to talk about the issues, to bring you some analysis around those trending national issues and provide you the opportunity to have your say on those different issues of concerns. So again, welcome to the show tonight. It's good to have you all on. I'm Nelson Colette. Let me recognize a few of you joining us tonight. I see so many of you in the comment section tonight. Madam Mercia Snelling is here tonight. Kamo Fatoma. Thanks. That's Kurma Fatoma. Thanks for joining us tonight. Hipko Kazi is here. He says he missed the late night show. Yes, we've been off for some time. It's been a busy one, a kind of engagement has been fluctuating, a whole lot going on. But it's a good thing that we're here tonight. Moses Momolu is here. Thanks for joining us. Kingdom Focus Conference. Thanks for joining us tonight. Ator Tati Senior is here tonight as well. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate all of you for coming on tonight. Let's hope we can have a great show. A lot to talk about tonight. So many things have been going on. And we can just, hope that we have a great conversation tonight. Hashim Famula is here. I see Nathaniel K. Hill. Thanks for joining us, Nathaniel. We appreciate you. Eric McGill is here tonight as well. Iva Cooper joining us. Jerry Gitawe, Emmanuel Kellon is here tonight as well. Thanks for joining us. Ruth Goba, thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate you. Henry Masale is here tonight. He says from Cape Mount, Liberia. We appreciate you for joining us from the beautiful, beautiful county of Grand Cape Mount. Eugene Sharif, please share the program as you come. All of you that are coming on tonight, let me tell you 1 hour Liberian way. Y'all share the program here as you come on tonight in your different group chat there on your Facebook timeline. Let's share the program and have a great conversation tonight. If you've been missing the late night show, then please share the program as you come on tonight. I see Jenaka Noah is here tonight as well. Eugene Sharif, Isaac Kokolo. Thanks to all of you for joining us tonight. Let's hope we can have a great conversation on this edition of the late night show. Let me go across and bring our co-moderator, Moba Zoka, the man who was on this very show about a year ago, campaigning, canvassing for President JMB now, canvassing for the rescue mission. But he's now criticizing the rescue mission. Why is he doing so? 1 minute when Anthony calls him, Moba, I think one of your major issues is Anthony. Whenever Anthony calls you on the weekend, when you come back on the show, your whole tune can change. You turn against your own government. You get bitter about your government whenever Anthony calls you. But it's great to have you on tonight. Welcome to the show.
You say, oh my God, I say my own, you know that.
No. Just know that as you say your own, I got to mute the button that can mute people here.
Yeah, but that's it. Thank you, my brother, and thank you for the time as well and the opportunity, and also thank you for our many listeners who are patient. All in a general group chat, people are asking what nursing and mobile, what's going on and stuff. We were there. Some of them we were answering their messages and stuff. Again, we say thank you to our many listeners, both radio and YouTube, Facebook, whatsoever you are. Again, we are here to discuss the issues, as always. Liberia is on our mind, and we discuss issues based on facts and evidence. We can just talk because we want to talk or we want to say job out there. We say things, and we focus on the reality and the bread and butter issue of our nation as well. Thank you, Nelson.
Yes, indeed. We discuss the issues here. We provide the analysis and leave it up to the audience to be the judge as we try our best to update them with what the happenings are across the country every single day. So it's a good thing to be on tonight, and I want to welcome everyone. I hope we can all share the program so we have a great conversation tonight as we talk Liberia, as we discuss the issues that are very key to the forward march of our country. Let's hope we can get the show started now. I see.
No, I'm doing opening.
Okay, so just before you do your opening, let me go ahead and bring some of the updates. But yes, do your opening quickly. Just
all right. Yeah, thank you, Nelson, and thank you to our many listeners again. Look, we always come here to discuss the issues pertaining our country. Liberia, sometimes we come here, we say a lot of stuff, both positive and negative. But at times we need to say the good things that are going on in the government, and also discuss the challenging things that also going on in the government and things that affecting the nation as well. First, let me start with some sector that are doing very well.
Okay.
Water and soil, they're doing well. Make sure Liberians getting water all across the country. It's gradually. It can just happen, like one day. And also we hear in the as we all hear in the gas price on the market. It's going down. The prices are down. People buying gas for 600, 700, 500 and stuff. And also the rest issue too is going down. So gradually, and now we are discussing data issue, how it going up again.
What's going on with the rice issue, Mobile? What's exactly going down with the rice issue?
Oh, the rest issue nursing. People are buying rice $70 for a cup and 70, 80 for a cup. But now, based on our analysis and some facts and understanding and getting some information back home, people buying rice now for 50, 45 some euros. So I think is but I would say
wait, Mobile. Who said people buying rice for 50 and 45 in the country? Who told you?
Per cup,
Who told you? Listen, how authentic is that information?
Yeah, but you ask the question again. Let me talk
for $50. Who said it? Where exactly are people buying rice for a cup of rice for $50 now?
Nelson,
look,
we agree the rest. Listen, let me bring my topic. I know you in Liberia, right? I know you in Liberia. First of all, you can't go in the market. Nelson, you can't go in the market. So forget about that one. When one time you go on the street to go ask the people, I'm not about the rest. And then since I'm a 2 months, you're not going on the street to ask the people here. So don't push me.
Honestly, I mean, I go in the market.
I know that was more than 2. That was more than 2 or 3 months now. You go in the market, bro.
No, Mobile. Just recently, I was in Maryland County, all the way in Maryland County, in the Harper Central Market.
Yeah, but Nelson, you will not compare. Nelson, you will not compare the price of commodity, consumption commodity in the capital compared to the rural area, Nelson, or outside the capital.
Yeah, but Mobile, maybe I should go back for that video. But I was all the way in Maryland County. I spoke with the people in the market. The people that selling the oil, the bitter ball, the copper red, the kabaklu, all the people then they were giving their perspective on what the reality is with them. And then we're in Oro Market the other day in Central Monrovia on Randall Street, all the other places, Mobile. So if you see things as you are saying, and people buying copper red for $50,
I said some errors, Nelson. I'm not telling you say the entire
that's where
country.
my question comes from.
Nelson, some errors. I say the entire country, some errors. Now, look, the prices are varied. Some errors, look, all depends how and where you buy a rest. That's how you will set it. Nelson, rest price go all kind of ball. Well, my basic argument is things getting better gradually. It will not just happen. And let me conclude on this. Now we all crying now, people talking about data. The president will look into it and make sure that data issue to work it out, because we were the same people that are on the platform talking to George Weah when the 3 day was when they took out the 3 day from the country. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Charles. Welcome to the show. It's good to have you on. It's been a very long time, but it's a great thing that you're on tonight. Let's hear your opening as we get the show started.
Yes. Let me start by saying thank you for this opportunity, Nelson. To my brother Mobile, I mean,
one second, my Oma asked me. Let me tell her, she asked me. 1 second, I beg you, please. My roof are in dead way. Thank you. Go ahead. She was asking me.
Yes. So Nelson, it is sad. Our country is on a very bad road. It is sad, and this is not. It's not a gossip. It's not something that we should come here and beat around the bush. We have to say it the way we see it. Our country is not heading on the right path, and at this point, we need to speak truth to power. We need to hold our government accountable, and our government needs to do the right thing. Yeah, they need to do the right thing. Nothing. We have laws. We have constitutions. If we're not living by the Constitution, then it means we are just moving like a beheaded chicken with no direction. And it is bad for our democracy. And so today, my heart is bleeding, terribly bad, to see our country, our motherland, and on the path that we all talk about a couple of months ago, that we need change. Is sad. It's very, very sad.
Well, thanks a lot, Charles. And I think with that, we're getting to the show tonight with the many things happening across the country. Let's see what some of the updates are. What are some of the happenings across the country? What are some of the things that are happening across Liberia? Well, for a very long time, the conversation up Capitol Hill talking about the speakership, the speaker's remover, and the battle for who becomes speaker of the 55th legislature. The constitutionality of what has been happening, and everything has been a major conversation in the country. Let me bring our sister Shirley on. Safari testify, like we have martial territory. So
actually, that teaching your names are confused.
All of those things have been happening across the country from the 17th of October that we saw the group coming up when the speaker was out of the country to read their petition. They don't want the speaker. They want to get him out. Up until now, in just 4 days from now, it's going to be 2 months since this entire saga started. Well, it has gotten to a point where we saw majority versus minority. The majority blacks succeeded in conducting the election. They read the resolution. They got 51 signatures. Though some of the people said they were rescinding their signatures, but the communications from the court did not get served until the folks from the majority black did all of what they had to do, and then they elected Speaker Richard Coon as Speaker of the legislature, recognized by the majority black. Well, the minority black says it's not the case, and this is something that's been going on for a very long time. And then the court situation came into the picture, ran to court, several counts from Councillor Kofad. Court came up with a ruling. Ruling was interpreted in different ways. Justice Minister came up recently, then decided to say, look, the executive is going to do business with the majority black. Well, officials of government have been appearing there. And yes, Councillor Kofad has gone back to court for the Supreme Court to interpret her ruling. And this is where we are. The Councillor Kofa has gone back to court. He has said that, look, the Justice Minister cannot be the law and gospel. We need a court that did her own ruling or came down with her decision to interpret what she meant, whether we're wrong or the majority black is right. Why this is happening, the speaker took onto this his social media handle today. I'm going to put this up as well to say that he has received communication that all of his security detail will be withdrawn by tomorrow. Officially he has been informed, but in the midst of that, he remains resolute. And then maybe I should read this. I've officially been informed that all state security will be withdrawn tomorrow. Those actions from the executive do not change the fact that I remain the Speaker of the House of Representatives. This only further strengthens my resolve to fight to uphold the rule of law, to fight for upholding the rule of law and the Liberian Constitution. And all of these things happening all at the same time. And the executive things, progress needs to be made. And the country needs to go on. The country can be held hostage. So they decided to do business with the majority black. Now, even at the level of the Liberian Senate, they are divided. One group is saying that, look, this decision from the Senate, from the executive meeting to do business with the majority black, we don't stand by it. The chairman of the Senate's Committee on Judiciary, I'm trying to find a way to say it. The big legal man, the big lawman in the whole Liberian Senate that chairing that entire committee, he said the decision is something that he was not consulted about. His colleagues needed to have consulted him as the chair on judiciary. They didn't do that. but they went and decided to work with the judiciary, with the majority bloc. He doesn't support that. Senator McGill is saying the same thing. All these things happening all at the same time, just off Capitol Hill. Well, today we had an interview with Representative Frank Safoko and other officials from the majority bloc, the minority bloc. They are saying that the president asked Councillor Kofa to resign. They're saying that the papi said, look, my son, the way they think looking here, you're not getting the number, the people not on your side again. Just forget it. Resign this position so that things can be okay. But the executive mansion came up with a statement to rebut that. They said, no, the president did not at any point in time ask Councillor Kofa to resign the speakership. So it is some of the folks from the minority bloc versus the executive mansion at this point. Minority bloc say president asked him to resign. The presidential press secretary said no. The president did not at any point in time ask Councillor J. Fonati Kofa to resign the speakership. Why this is happening? The LRA is saying that look, they have raised over 619 million USD compared to just 11 million USD in 2023 fiscal year. That's according to the Commissioner General at LRA. He said it's a milestone. The collection of revenue is something that is progressing. If they can generate 619 million compared to the 611 million of 2023, it means that they're making progress. And this fiscal year 2025 that we're moving to, the prospect is huge. There are possibilities that the country will do better in terms of revenue, collection and all of that. But this is where we are with a whole lot happening across the country. I want us to kickstart the show. Let's start the conversation on this note. Shelly, we want to welcome you. Thanks for joining the show, and to our brother Charles. I want us to start with the Capitol Hill situation, and then we're going to go to the other aspects, the other issues. I mean, it's been a long time since we came on here, and that's why I want us to go on this entire thing here. Let's start the conversation with you, Shelly, and then we're going to go across the table.
Well, first of all, I want to say good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good night to my people in Liberia and all around the world. It is always good to be on here to talk about things that are happening in our country. Liberia, I like to say, somebody always say that Liberia is all we have. It's kind of like you born into a family and you wish that you can switch your family and claim another family, but we can't do that. We are all Liberians, and at some point we are proud to be Liberian. And some time, like I'm just like, God, why am I not somebody who was born somewhere else? But anyway, so Liberia is all we have, and our prayer and hope is to have a better Liberia. But what is going on in our country that have been going on for the past almost 2 months? It's kind of like our lawmakers are actually taking our country to be like like a joke. I mean, it doesn't even appear or seems like it's a real country. Some of the things that they get to do, like grown up men, the things they get to do, the conversation and cursing that goes on, it's just so disgraceful and not comfort. And I just question myself and like, what are they teaching our young people? What is our youth learning from them, from the lawmaker? Because there are people that have been into that position almost a year now, if I'm not mistaken.
And this is very important, Shirley. I want to get your take on first of all this whole issue about, and Emmy, welcome to the show. It's good to have you on. Your take on the happening at the legislature, this quest for the remover, the majority versus the minority, given how far we've come. even the Senate deciding to do business with the majority bloc and all of that. Members of the executive appearing before the majority bloc. I mean, what do you think is the way forward here, Shirley? If you were in the case of the speaker, will you advise him to resign or to hold
No.
on? Is there still a future for the speakership with Speaker Kofa at this point?
I don't think Nelson is about it being a future for him. I think it's the fact that he wants to make sure that it is clear that the law needs to be respected. Okay, so the law to him it comes first, and I really, really applaud him for that. That he is standing and making sure that due process needs to be done. Okay, you can remove him, but do it the right way.
You think it's not done the right way, Shirley?
It's not done the right way, Nelson. Not at all.
And you think if you were to advise, if you were in that position, would you resign or would you hold on?
I won't resign. I will want to make sure because the last time I was watching, and I have to ask myself and put myself into the speaker's shoe, and like why people are looking at you. I know a lot of people like, oh, resign, leave, let the Liberian people work, go on. Yes, it's easy to say, right? But then what happened? Because that way, the next speaker that is there, it shows that they can remove him anytime. So if I were that next speaker, if I were the speaker that is currently acting as a speaker, also excited that he is in quotation a speaker, that everyone is honoring him, everyone is giving him that respect, I would be afraid. Because the fact that if they can do it to someone else, and so visibly they can do it to that person, they can do it to you too.
Just before we move on to our brother Moba here, two things happening here, Shirley. In one case, in one instance, people are saying, "Look, Speaker Kofa, you need to resign because you have a political future. Maybe you need to do this for the sake of the country, so that the country can be held hostage. You need to resign. So that you're not seen, or your action is not interpreted as you being desperate, you being that person who wants to hold on and you don't want to leave it, you want to clinch onto it, you don't have the number but you still want to hold it. Well, that's one side of it, where the other party is saying that, look, in the midst of everything that's happening, you need to stand for something. You need to hold on to it. This is something you got. I mean, which of the two do you think we should be going for? Which of the two?
Hold on to it, Nelson. Hold on to it, because you are setting a precedent here that it's okay for the 35, 36, or 40 people to get together at some point and be like, oh, I don't like you. You hurt my feelings, or you did X, Y, and Z. We're gonna remove you. If I were the president too, I would be scared because that can happen to him too. They can all get together and be like, we need to remove him.
I want to hold you there a bit, Shirley. Let's move to our brother Moba. I mean, given everything that has been going on up Capitol Hill that we've watched for pretty close to 2 months now, Moba, what do you think is happening here? What do you think is the way forward? I mean, if you were in the speaker's position, I mean, what would be your next plan of action? I mean, we will go to where we are now. They've gone back to the Supreme Court for the court to interpret her ruling and all of that. But what's your take on this issue?
Well, look, Nelson, we discussed this on a numerous occasion, and let's say on numerous times we discussed the thing, and we all know, we all sat on a platform. We said it that the thing were not ending just now. For my own understanding, I think the speaker should still hold his position. The reason is he's trying to sell a caveat and a precedent that you can just wake up some morning and say, I want to take it out, and just walk away. That's it. We all can be on the same side, but let us respect the rule of law.
But Moba, do you think the speaker holding on at this point, even with the situation where he doesn't have the number at the level of the House of Representatives, the very colleagues who elected him, he doesn't have quorum to conduct business. He doesn't have majority of his colleagues. Over 50% of his colleagues are on the other side. Do you think he's going to be safe holding on to the speakership, remaining as speaker of the 55th legislature, though over half of his colleagues, or over 60% of his colleagues, are not in support of his leadership? If you are to hold on, do you think it's going to be a safe zone, a safe space for him?
Nelson, it's not about him. It's not about like the environment or whatsoever doing being safe. It's about him holding the Constitution and the rule of law. That's his main point here. He really want to show and in me that yes, the Constitution should be the Constitution. Let us go by it. Now you get a lot of people. Why you can just go by the process? That's easy. But now where you at now, Nelson? Even the Supreme Court say whatsoever. I don't think Funati will stay. The speaker will stay back down until probably because and I hear people talking the president should intervene. I want the president to intervene in the type of shenanigan. Why the president intervene? Because at the end of the day he knew what state for. When you go into the other side, they say, oh, the man go talk to Funati Kofa on the south. When you come to the other side, oh, the man put him more. And he put in the executive not interfering in the judiciary branch, and it is wrong. So he got no fish to fry like that, stay mute, or silent and listening to them. Therefore, they're on fire. Anybody win, that's it. But end of the day, Nelson, all I can say to the Liberian people, they know now who their real representative, who in their interest, and who today trying to mess up the entire nation, who trying to do things based on the past, and they're trying to bring the same thing in to say, yes, same happened yesterday. So
but who do you think is doing that, Moba? Who do you think is doing that?
The majority bloc, Nelson. That would be fair, yeah. We're not here for Funati, but the truth of the matter is, you just go over there, do your voting thing, and finish Funati walk away. That's what the man saying. The man saying, yeah.
This is one of the issues. This has been the fear of some of the folks, or majority of the folks, is if not all of them, at the level of the majority bloc. They are legislators. They have been at the Capitol building, and I know all along this entire conversation, the argument has been go at the chambers, preside, go to where the speaker is presiding, and raise a motion. He's going to call. He's going to raise the issue. All of you wanting to, all of that, and you will recuse himself. But the people who have been long at the legislature, at the House of Representatives, are saying, look, it's a trap. If we go at that chambers, two things will happen. Number one, the first thing is that the speaker presides. And as the presiding, you decide who to recognize, who not to recognize, what to allow, what not to allow. So once you arrive there, you get there in your 50-something or your 40, whatever, the speaker has a quorum right away. And then there could be, or there's a plan that one of the lawmakers from the minority bloc will just raise a motion, raise a hand, the speaker recognizing, and say, I hereby raise a motion that this quorum be used as a quorum for the next maybe 5 years or for the next 4 years. And but as per their law, once that motion is carried, that speaker has quorum for the next 4 years or 5 years based on what the motion states.
Yeah.
So
I'm
coming now. So whether the minority bloc like it, the majority bloc like it, they go sit down somewhere, they say they're having whatever, or as per that motion, everything that was done that day, the speaker will already have a quorum, and he will continue to do business. Whether you have 4 persons or 5 persons there, he will continue to do business.
But Nelson, the speaker also can accuse himself, and the deputy speaker,
right?
Yeah, and the deputy speaker can take his place, and then they carry on the.
At what point do we get to establish as to whether the speaker recused himself? At what point?
When you just lay the entire premise. When they go in a house, probably to carry on the investigation, the speaker can, the majority can say, you know what, Mr. Speaker, we don't want you to be over us because we know the case is all about you. You know, and then we call the deputy speaker to take over. And that's it. And the deputy speaker will take over and they carry on that whatsoever they need to carry on. But end of the day, nursing, the Liberian people, you know, let it do what they're doing, let it do it. And I know that the speaker will now bow down. It would that be like it until the last fire can finish.
Thanks a lot. Moba. Let's take Emmy, then we're gonna take Charles. Charles will be next. Emmy, let's hear your take on this issue. A lot has been happening, with respect to the back and forth at the legislature. But this is where we are. Given all we've seen in time past, the court ruling, the comment from the justice minister that they will do business with the majority black, officials of government appearing at the majority black, Senate deciding to do business with the majority black, Speaker Kofa getting very disappointed and even saying that the police have turned out to be that body that is taking a side in this particular saga, and everything that we've seen unfold at the legislature recently for pretty close to 2 months now. What do you think is the way forward? If you were in the case of the speaker, Councillor Kofa, what would you do with the whole debate about resign and don't resign, resignation and no resignation? What do you think is best suited for given the situation at hand? You are muted.
Well, hi everyone. It's been a while. Hi Nelson, welcome back. Hi everyone in the comment section. And yeah, you see, at this point, Nelson, first of all, I'm gonna start with the police being accused in this whole thing about taking sides and something, because I think it's unfair. These people are getting paid little or nothing. They're doing their jobs, and they are there to, I guess, appear wherever they feel like there's a threat or chaos and something to protect lives and properties. That's their job, is to be there. And what we have been seeing for the past few days, they're getting insulted and abused physically and verbally abused and everything. And you know, gone are those days that people just used to come out and just, you know, say this happened and that happened and no one has any proof or anything to it, right? There was cameras everywhere. We watching a video. We seeing that these people are being assaulted. They are being abused. They're being called names and stuff. And then the so-called honorables say, oh, the police are attacking the lawmakers. They're doing this, they're doing that, when it was the total opposite that was going on there. And I came here when the whole thing started. I said that, you know, I didn't agree with what was going on, how it was being, like, Funadi Kofa being removed or whatever, or they trying to remove him. I did not like it. But the way the whole thing with his side of the, you know, Queen, the way they're pursuing their whole thing now with violence and stuff, it got me, like, my support for him is weary now.
I mean, which side when you talk about
what my minority?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like the way they're proceeding with the whole thing yet, and I think it just, if a policeman is standing somewhere, his boss tell him to stand there and guard that door and not let anyone go in there. Whether you lawmaker or not, you're not above the law. If you come there and want to rush in and they're going to do something, and he tell you, honorable, you can't go in here, and something, and you rushing in him and trying to fight him, and he's supposed to stand there and allow you to something, he'll push you back, you know. And you trying to fight him, you pushing him, and say, oh, y'all here to protect them, y'all here to do that. No, they're here to protect every one of you. They can't allow you to go in there to go, you know, meet the other guys, and then you'll start fighting. Somebody could die in there. That's what they're trying to stop. So why are you putting all your anger and accusing these people, leaving whatever going on, and trying to something that, oh, they're attacking lawmakers, when lawmakers are the one pushing them and bringing talks to fight them? You know, that was very disgusting for me when I was watching that. And if that was in the Asian days, those people will come on air and come tell us that the police were doing it and the police were doing that, and people will believe it because, well, they are honorable lawmakers, right? But we can see everything now. You cannot come out today and come say this and say that when we are watching the opposite. That's the only problem I got with them. But with the fanatical for whole thing, right? Liberia is the it's funny and it's not funny. Liberia did this is a precedent that has been set a long time ago, right? That this is how they usually remove speaker from power. It happened before, according to them, with 3 speakers down the line. This is not going to be any different because why? They are already used to this. When they're trying to set a precedent, say, "Oh, I'm not leaving," and holding on to power, that was commendable. But at this point, the way it's going is not helping him at all. I think the only thing he can do, like you said, if I were him, I would resign. I would. Is that the right thing to do? Was he wrong for saying, "Oh, give me a due process and do that and do that"? No, he wasn't wrong. There was nothing wrong with that. They wish that's what's supposed to happen. But if you go to the Supreme Court and the Supreme Court is beating around the bush, everybody come outside and they're doing their own interpretation. I mean, what's there for you anymore? That's what are they going for to tell? What has been said that everybody got their own interpretation? Nelson. I told me they did more damage than they even did any good. Okay,
you think the court did more damage than a good, but coming back to this resignation thing you just spoke of, you said that if you were in his case, in his shoes, you would resign. But what sort of message will you be sending? How do we? At what point do we break that cycle of lawlessness, like our brother Tommy Jr. spoke of? I mean, at what point do we break that cycle of what appears to be lawlessness? At what point do we, set the stage for maybe remove our speakers to be done another way aside from the way it's been done in the time past?
So, well, this is where I come in. I think they need to go back to making a law or whatever it is that govern that whole speaker removal.
No, there's already a procedure in place.
Yeah, well, they need to revisit it, right? They need to revisit that to come to do something with it, because I don't know what you might call it are. We already heard everything. Minority black bring their own interpretation. Majority black bring their own. The Supreme Court I don't know what. I'm confused. Okay, everybody have their own. It depends on the side of the coin you said. Everybody got their own or something. But we all know here that we all know what's going on. We all know that there's some missteps in whatever the majority black is doing. And with that being said, majority black, I don't think you can take a power like to say take everything from them to say, "Oh, they don't have any right," because they are in the majority. So it's just a sticky situation to me. That's why I sat here before I said I don't think that these people will be doing anything that they don't have any kind of constitutional backing because they are in the majority. And we all know majority always, in a democratic majority, always carry the rules. But I don't know what to tell you about the whole majority and the minority thing.
It's very important because at the end of the day, the legislature is not normal. Things are not normal at the grounds of the legislature.
No, it's not. And that's why I said if I was fanatical, I would resign, because it's chaotic. Like everything is just people lives are being threatened now, and everybody it's just kind of confusing right now. And for me to not, and a lot of people saying that, "Oh, he should resign. I wish maybe for the sake of the country, for the this and that. But when will we start to do, like you asked already, when will we do the right thing and stop saying for the sake of the country, for the sake of the country? We want we want the country to be safe, and we also want the right thing to be done at all time as well. But maybe in order for that to start, they need to reform whatever law they have there about removing speakers. That needs to be visited. Then maybe it will be something. But as it is now, with that precedent being said, I'm sorry, there's nothing going to change it until that law. That's my opinion. Until that law is like reform, or there's some kind of reform that happened there. I don't think it's because everybody said, "Oh, it happened before." They get whatever they're trying to prove, what they want to trying to prove. Until something else can be done with that or something, it's gonna be like
I
that.
want to hear from Charles a bit. Charles, let's hear your take about this issue. Then we will have to transition. You are muted, Charles. You have to unmute.
Yes, Nelson, it is important that we speak on this issue with honesty to ourselves and to our country. There are a couple of questions we should ask ourselves. Couple of questions. The procedures that the majority black is taking, is it the right procedures to move a speaker? And if that answer is no, to me it is no, which means they are not doing the right thing. They should go back. Another thing, I keep hearing people talking why the speaker can resign, why the speaker can resign to save the country, to save the people, for things to go on perfectly, why the speaker can resign. Are we thinking too that we can also talk to the majority bloc why they can forget about this situation and allow the speaker to lead, allow the speaker to do what he's supposed to do in the interest of the country if they are thinking that he's doing things wrongly? Why are they not thinking too that they could forget about everything and allow the speaker to go ahead? And like my brother Nelson said, the procedures are clear. Take the issues to the House. The speaker is presiding. He has his deputy speaker. Raise the issue there. He will excuse himself from the process, giving the deputy speaker the authority to preside over that section. They can come up with a ruling from there and follow the right procedure to remove the speaker. Everything that you guys are doing is completely wrong, and we should say it clear. And you know what helped me, Nelson, about this entire thing? The one who claiming to be the speaker now from the majority black is a representative from my district. I'm disappointed in his ability. I'm very disappointed inside that I will
I'm coming, Charles. So it means that you are so proud, you are so happy, you are so excited that your district has not produced a speaker.
No, I'm not happy at all, because if his being speaker, if his being speaker is done,
before going to the states and the speaker is for your district and all of that, your district produce a speaker.
Nelson, if my district representative is being elected correctly to serve as speaker, I honor that, I respect that. But his lack of not following the Constitution that we all follow, the Constitution that God is our organic law. The fact that my representative is not following the organic law of our country to remove a speaker is hurtful. It's sad. And I have a serious problem with his ability of even becoming a representative of that district.
So if you were in the case of the current of Speaker Kofa, if you were in his case, will you resign or not? Will you resign to save the state? Will you resign for the sake of the country because you want the country to not be held hostage because of you alone? Or will you hold on to uphold the rule of law? If you were in his shoe, what would you do?
Nelson, it's very clear, right? When this entire thing about illegally moving a speaker will stop. When this procedure, this process is going to stop. When? If it happened to Alex Tyler, it happened to Snow, and Snow willingly resigned after the court ruling. He willingly resigned, but the process was illegal. Now it's Fonanti Kofa, and we are here talking, say, yeah, he should resign because of the state, because of the country. Why people not going back to the majority black and asking them, can you guys stop this thing that is going on because of the country? Why people not doing that? If I was Fonanti Kofa, and I will continue to advise Fonanti Kofa, Speaker Fonanti Kofa, not to ever think about resigning, he should hold the rule of law.
do you think his leadership will be safe? Do you think it's going to be a safe zone for him?
Whether
having over a body that has over 50, over 60% of the people not supporting your leadership, do you think it's going to be a good environment for him?
Here's the thing. You're not asking me this question, right? Let's turn this question back to the majority bloc. The majority bloc will feel satisfied. They have over 20 members of them not sitting under an illegal speaker. Will you think that is fair for the country as well? Or the rest of the district that will not be part of it? No, it's not fair. So if that is the case, let us go back to the drawing board. Do the right thing. We're not saying the removal of Speaker Kofa, and you can't remove him. And another thing, Nelson, it was just a few months ago, these same people elected Speaker Kofa. The same Rachel Namwekun contested against Kofa. And Speaker Kofa won the election.
Yeah.
The same people, when these people got to know that Speaker Kofa did this, Speaker Kofa got a law frame, that he doing this, he doing that. And come on, man, we have to be serious in this country. We have to be serious in this country. It was these same people, when you guys got to know that, and you think because of corruption they are moving Speaker Kofa, no, it is not because of corruption, guys. It is not because of corruption.
Why do you think they're removing him? They have their accounts. It's
political. It's political. They have a political reason, a political motivated removal of Speaker Kofa.
Political reason.
Political reason is bad news to them. It's bad news to them. They will not expose it to the public. But one thing I can tell you, people don't want to say the truth about the executive. I can tell you on this platform with no fear or favor, the executive headed by President Joseph Nyeman Boaga is hugely involved into this process.
You think so?
Thank you. Yes.
Okay, that's your view. But this is very important, folks. And as I said, we've been off for for some days, and so we had a lot that we actually missed out on. So we just touched a little bit of some of those issues here tonight. But the speaker's post about security details being withdrawn from him is something we put up.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to. That's what I wanted to speak on quickly, Nelson.
And I'm hoping that we can just take maximum 1 minute on this. Your take on it. Let me put the post up from the speaker from the social media handle. This is what Councillor Kofa wrote. I have officially been informed that all state security will be withdrawn tomorrow. These actions from the executive do not change the fact that I remain the Speaker of the House of Representatives. This only further strengthens my resolve to fight for upholding the rule of law and the Liberian Constitution. I mean, let's start. Let's take 1 minute each around the table on this. Starting with you, Moba, your take on this.
Yeah, now Nelson, look, I think it is wrong on the executive part if they get part to play in identical stuff, because they may still the speaker. We'll come out with disagree, agree. When we look at the Constitution, according to Article 38, we still reading Article 38. We not read it. We telling us that everybody get what doing.
Moba, if the executive has gotten to that point, if they have gotten to that point where it has decided to work with the majority bloc, do you think is there any reason why the executive should still maintain the security detailed with Councillor Kofa?
Nelson, the executive order make up their mind. So we can stop them. But what we can do, we can speak truth to power. So what, in my own opinion, it is wrong. It is wrong for him to. Because you're talking about taking the entire convoy from the speaker.
So you think the executive should have maintained or kept the security details with the speaker?
Of course, but now they already take a stand.
It's okay, and that's exactly what I was going to, because
they already take a stand, and they stand to work with the majority, and working with the majority, you got to take all of Fonati together to give it to the majority speaker. So they already taking a stand, and Fonati, within my own understanding or my own opinion is, I think they were wrong they were wrong. Actually, it is wrong for them to take all those security stuff from him and the car also. Nothing. It's wrong, man. They just putting more fuel to fire.
Let me hold you there. I want us to just take a minute around the table on this because we have to move to the next talking point. Emmy, what's your take on this? You just saw the post from the Speaker Council Kofa.
So Nelson, this is why I came in and said that I will resign, and people taking it to be like, "Oh, you're not speaking truth to power." No, we spoke truth to power a lot of times, and when the whole thing started, okay. But what our speaking truth to power has done? They still going the same route. They always win. So if you going scraping a speaker from, his security duty away from him, taking convoy or his cars or whatever, and giving it to a new speaker that was elected by the majority bloc, and he's still there, fighting, and the majority bloc is doing business, doing budget hearing, and doing something and blocking the rest of the other people out while this is happening. What is that? So if you keep doing that, I'm not resigning, and you and your people, they keep bringing talks and disturbing, and while the other people going ahead doing business, and the executive is accepting it, and the Senate is accepting it, they're 33 or how many people? What you're just being noisemaker at this point. Everybody was just looking at you like what? The troublemaker, because I don't think anybody that supports Fanadi Kofa without being a lawmaker, I don't think anybody would support all of the destruction or the insult or the violence that is going on there. I don't think that's how we won. When we say not talking about we on the side of the rule of law, the law is the law and something. I don't think you would sit here and accept violence to be the rule of law, to be the way of the rule of law, or be the people that are on the side of the law. That's how they should go ahead and operate. I don't think we would want to do that. That's the point of me saying that he should resign, because it's not taking him anywhere. They're taking everything from him. He's still there. He holding on. Oh, I'm not resigning. What's the point?
Thank you. I want to hold you there a bit. Let's hear from Shirley. Shirley, what's your take on this issue? You just saw the post from.
I think I got her. I just listened to Amy, and I just have a question, because I know a question or a comment, because just hearing her talk about the violence which nobody supports, but doesn't make it right, because the executive is telling the majority that go ahead and do the budget, go ahead and do the Liberian people work. I don't see anywhere in that situation where the 37 lawmakers say, "Oh, we don't want to do the Liberian people job." Or
no, I'm not saying it was right. I'm not saying it was right.
Yeah. So I'm just saying, like, so we are setting a stage here. Like you said earlier, it's something that happened before 2-3 times. And so now it's just like, okay, somebody can just have a group of people where they are more than the other, and they be like, oh, there's majority people. So yes, we can go ahead and do the Liberian people business, and then it's okay that the other people we care less about them. So scraping everything off the speaker, because Liquide is still the speaker, taking the security away from him. I don't know what kind of stage is setting for the Liberian people. I don't know what kind of stage is setting. And nobody supports violence. But people cannot just sit down and become violent. You have to do something to push them. It doesn't make it right. I want to make sure I make that clear. But you have to do something. Let them sit down in their home or at a place that they're supposed to go and do the Liberian people work, and then they start being violent. They took away everything from them. They have the security people protecting the majority people. So what left with them? So basically, it's like, oh, you're not important.
So
I don't know.
Thanks a lot.
I also have a comment.
Okay, so we're gonna come to the
Yeah, so Shirley said that the security
point,
are
hold on, I gotta
protecting
be on
the
here.
majority. The people are for me. So Shirley said that the security are protecting the majority. No, sweetheart, the security are protecting everybody. The minority going to start fight with majority is not a good thing. If they lay back and let that happen, it's not going to be a good thing for them over there. Somebody could get killed.
So
Somebody
if
could
they
get
having
hurt.
something, if
So
they having a
if
budget, they having a conversation about a budget, Amy, and they are they're supposed to be part of that, and they are trying to make their way there to be part of it, and they are being stopped.
No. That's not what they're doing. They said they were going there to stop it. They're going there. There was a video of a representative that said it was a threat. Nelson, I don't know if I'm making a mistake, that they were going to go there and disrupt, and they were going to do this, they were going to do that. That was the threat the police were responding to.
Let me pull it this way.
It's not that they were going to work and it's stopping them. If they were doing that, then that's wrong. But
Okay,
there was a threat.
guys, we
that
have
they
to
were responding to.
we have to move on. We have to move on. Charles, quickly, 1 minute or 45 seconds, quickly on this. The post.
So let me speak to our people. Let me speak to our Liberian people.
Communication.
This shouldn't be party basic. Let us forget about being party sentiment than being patriotic to our homeland. Let's forget about that. People are using this situation because they are from Unity Party. They want to hide behind Unity Party and see every other thing to be wrong. Let me tell you something. There are too many video footages that came up from Capitol building. I saw a representative car that was stopped at the gate by the Liberia National Police, refusing because he's from the minority bloc.
Yes.
Yes. That's
what you heard.
Let's do this.
Nelson, I saw a video
audience
where
for the audience. Some people are just coming in here for the first time. It is very important for us to be head on, for us to be, exact about the information we're disseminating here tonight. It's beyond just making the analysis. Who precisely was that lawmaker, and why exactly did the police stop him from entering the premises of the Capitol building?
Okay, here's the thing. The entrance, the vehicle.
If you have the video, you can share that with me as well.
The identical vehicle I'm talking about was red car or red or vehicle, SUV, was parked. The police officers, they were standing there. And
remember the lawmaker? Who exactly?
No. The video that I watched, the journalist or the whoever that are holding that camera didn't take the camera to the lawmaker, but a red vehicle. Even Yaka Koruba went there and ordered to tell them why you stopping the lawmaker car.
The plate that was on the vehicle.
No, I can't remember the plate.
But
Nelson, if you want, I can find a video for you. And place the video.
I think I saw the video he's talking about.
Let me just.
I can find the identical video and place it in the chat room for you.
Yeah,
I can do that.
That would be very good, Charles.
Yes, I will do that. Definitely, Tony, I will find it and send it to you. But just the issue about the speaker post. For me, I have one question for the speaker. Who exactly? Because I have officially need to be defined. Who exactly? Who the official that call him or send him or email or send him a letter or text telling him that his immunity as speaker should be taken away from him? Who exactly gave him that information? And if that information is from the executive, I will believe it has something to do with the presidency, because there's no information from the presidency that should be having the right, or that no information from the executive that should be having the right to ask the speaker to give his immunity as speaker to them, if that information is not from the presidency. So to be honest, we have to be clear here. We have to be very clear, and that's the reason I'm saying the speaker self need to answer a question to that his post. Who exactly?
And I can understand that there are so many questions that
okay
about and all of that. And it's just somehow because there are certain things that Councillor Kofa will not say head on, but the procedures are there. All right. And there are equally certain things that will happen within the executive that will not be to the knowledge of President Boakai, for example, as he saying, go and do X, Y, and Z. But as per the roles and responsibilities given to some of his lieutenants, especially in the executive, they perform these tasks. All right. So, you know,
with his knowledge, right? With his knowledge. They perform those things.
In some cases without his knowledge.
No, but for this case, it must be to his knowledge. For this case, about taking the speaker immunity from him, it must be to his knowledge. Let us be honest. Nelson, you think who sent it? You think Nelson? This question is to you. Who sent Speaker Fonanti Kofa the information that he should give his immunity?
I don't know.
But it's from the executive, right? Is it from the executive or it's from the house or from capital building?
But listen, there was no document attached to anything. That's statement.
You've been off the show for 5 months.
I know. He come here accusing somebody to be United Party and all I want to just.
We're gonna be staying United Party.
Yeah, guys, let's do this, guys. For the benefit of the question you asked, Charles.
Yeah.
This is the post here. I have officially been informed that all state security will be withdrawn tomorrow. Those actions from the executive do not change the fact that I am a speaker. So who informed him?
Executive, right? Executive.
All of that. So the executive is huge.
So the executive.
The executive. Who is the head of the executive?
So now you said
who's the head of the executive? That identical information from the executive, it can be the foreign minister telling the speaker to pass over his immunity. It cannot be the foreign minister. It cannot be internal affairs minister. It cannot be justice minister. Come on now, let us be honest.
But remember, the justice minister just interpreted.
Thanks a lot. Folks, we have to transition quickly. You know, we've been off for some time, for over a week, and there are lots of things that have been happening. This Deputy Speaker Thomas Falah was expelled by the CDC. I want us to end the show on this one. Maybe I should find the communication, pull it up here, and let's see if we can read the communication that saw the suspension. Oh no, this is not it. That saw the suspension of Deputy Speaker Thomas Falah. The CDC took the decision. Not suspension, sorry. His expulsion. He was expelled from the CDC. Why exactly did the party take the decision? Now, this is something that has been in the corridor for some time. You remember the interview conducted with former President George Weah at that very important engagement. He said, people should not be hasty about decisions they make. Now, a lot of people have thought that, look, if there's anybody in the CDC that the CDC will want to temper with, it cannot be Thomas Falah because he's a very influential person in the party. He's one of those persons who have held the party, got the party moving on financially and everything. He has what it takes to keep the institution vibrant, alive, and kicking. But let's read what the CDC stated in their comment here, their release. It's a whole long one. I don't think we're going to read the entire thing here, but let's read just a portion of their statement. Coalition of National CDC National Executive Committee, blah blah blah. It says the National Executive Committee of the Coalition for Democratic Change has taken a decisive and firm step to by expelling Deputy Speaker Thomas Falah with immediate effect, in keeping with recommendations from the National Disciplinary Committee, Grievance and Ethics Committee, in a further move to protect the integrity of the legislature. The NEC has issued an ultimatum to all temporarily suspended CDC lawmakers, giving them 7 days to rejoin the party, ranked, or face expulsion. This decision underscores the commitment of the CDC to ensuring discipline, unity, and alignment with the it should be fundamental principles within the executive branch. Additionally, the CDC affirms that Fonati Kofa remains the constitutional speaker of the 55th legislature. The party has strongly urged Kofa not to resign, blah, blah, blah. And yes, I think this is where I want us to stop. This is a whole long release here, and it's signed by the CDC chairman, Janga Ko. But why exactly did the party expel Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala? They said the decision underscored the commitment of the CDC to ensure discipline, unity, and alignment with fundamental principles within the legislative branch of government. Alignment with fundamental principles within the legislative branch of government to ensure that there's unity in the party and to ensure that there's discipline, all of that. But I want us to close the show on this one, and let's go around the table and let me hear what you think. Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala has been one of those who, from the onset of this entire thing, took his position. He has said that, look, this is where I stand. Now, a lot of people thought that he would not have gone the other side. There was a video circulating where the deputy speaker was on the line with Speaker Kofa, and President George Weah. They were both presiding, President George Weah, and then he was giving a nice sign. I'm here. We're on ground. We have it. We got this. And we're moving on. Is this a win for the CDC or is this a loss? Have the CDC lost someone who would have delivered LOFA County to them come 2029? Or is it a win? Are they setting the right precedent? Have they taken a decision that is going to further strengthen the institution, CDC, as a party? Was it right? They are talking about alignment with the party's, agenda, making sure that at the legislature and everything. The major issue here is that the deputy speaker decided to go the way of the majority bloc, and that has been a major point of contention. But let's get started the conversation from here, folks. Is this a win or a loss for the CDC? Moba.
Take it, Nelson. Look, it's just funny, Nelson. Look, Tomo Fala, expelling Tomo Fala from the party. And the last time we all were on the same platform when Vasco said everybody can leave. The only person they pay allegiance to is George Weah. But he forgetting to know Tomo Fala delivered Lofa. That Tomo Fala delivered Lofa to George Weah. That George Weah delivered Lofa to George Weah. That Tomo Fala. There is no argument. So if I don't know how they did that calculation, but it is now based on they're going result. They're going election result from Lofa. Tomo Fala play a major role, a key role, raising a lot of numbers, right, for the CDC. So I think it's a big blow to them, and the party happy because they play that card very well, and they can't hold the CDC. That's how they play the card, Nelson. The party know when Kun go as speaker. If Thomas Fala stay down there, they will tell Thomas Fala, say, my man, if you down there, we'll put a different person here. So you got to come. Thomas Fala, in his own mind, he know that he can't stay over there because his time was already getting short for him to be suspended too from the deputy speaker position. So he look at following, say, you know what? Let me flip. And flipping the propaganda work. How Thomas Fala turned it back against the CDC. He saw it from the usual stage that people came out protesting. How Thomas Fala betray the party? How Thomas Fala do this? How Thomas Fala do that? It was a common calculation. All the things were playing on the mind of seditions. And now, all they can do, the propaganda went. Thomas Fala betrayed the party. At the end of the day, they expel him. They suspend him now, they expel him. You think there's a way for CDC? No. CDC going back because I can challenge you, Nelson. Nobody in our CDC can deliver Lofa. Even Nana, even what the senator needs from Lofa? What most of our senator needs? Sir Joseph. Now Sir Joseph not even in a good stand with the same party. He not in a good stand. They stay in our 1 or 2 commotion stuff. So the CDC now must forget about Lofa. They can get nobody that can go down there and
I want to hold you there a bit more.
Yeah, let me conclude.
Let me hold you there.
Let me
conclude.
conclude.
Take a few seconds to conclude.
Yeah,
Because
nobody from the CDC party are challenging can go in Lofa where you see the president, where you see Tifa and other stakeholders over there. Then you see CDC will care with that to go stand to go convince the people to vote for CDC. I challenge the CDC. So that Dean and that cat play very well.
Thank you. So you think it's a loss for the CDC and not a win?
It's a big loss.
It wasn't a good calculation. But just before moving to our brother Charles, it's very important to put this up. There is this post that is circulating on social media where a British account that says the bottom line has been drawn, not even battle line, but bottom line.
Everybody want to write on Facebook.
Yeah, we are, and his CDC will regret their action. I will campaign vigorously against Mr. Weah across Liberia and make sure that he doesn't return to power, to state power. What an ingrate. So they say that Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala wrote it in. So he took onto his official social media handle to say, "This is what he wrote." He said, I don't make any such statement. The page sharing this information is fake. Please disregard any false claims made about me and refer to my official channels." So I just thought to throw that out.
But Nelson, 1 second, right? So as I learned, they said Thomas Fala took George Weah picture from your office. Is that true?
No, but I'm not in Thomas Fala office now, my man.
No.
I'm gonna bring gossip on the show here.
That question. People in the comment section we attest.
Yeah, but that's not gossip, Mama.
Not gossip. That's true.
You
interfering. I mean, not on Facebook.
Okay, thank you very much.
On Facebook, you say that on Facebook.
You know how Emmy can get the information from Facebook.
I know. I can be thinking you on Facebook.
But Charles, let's hear your take on this issue. The whole decision from the CDC to expel Thomas Fala, and they're giving the other members that they expelled, they suspended, ultimatum that if they can return and push the agenda of the CDC at the level of the legislature, they will be expelled, just the way Representative Thomas, the Deputy Speaker Thomas Fala is being expelled. Now, given the CDC that recently experienced a setback and they're trying to transform the setback to a comeback, you think this is the right time for the CDC to be expelling and dismissing and kicking people out of the party? Was there a good calculation on the part of the institution? You are muted.
Nelson, every organization that want to stand its ground, I think you must have laws, you must have rules. I'm not a sedition, and I will say here that I believe CDC have their own rules, their own laws. And I believe
Baba say you're a sedition. So I don't know why you wanted to disown your own party.
But my man, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. I one person. Nelson.
That's how you got in touch with you.
Nelson.
The CDC.
Nelson. I'm not a sedition, right? And if for any reason, being a sedition is not a crime, it's not a problem. I could be a sedition, but I personally feel that CDC does not align with my ideology, and that's the only reason why I'm not a sedition. But to the issue, I believe CDC have their own rules, their own guidelines, their own constitution as an institution, and I want to believe that the executive member of CDC after thorough investigation and fact findings, I believe they came to that decision that they should expel Thomas Father. If the decision is in the interest of CDC or not, it's to their prerogative. It's not my prerogative. And the issue my brother just mentioned, right, about then trying to remove him too because they're trying to remove from it, just validates the point that we need to stop those kind of things. Because definitely they were going to do something to him illegally too, to get him out. And it will not still be fair to him. And so the fact that the thing we all should be talking about our law, look, like Councilor Janet said on Spoon Talk the other time, that our constitution, we need to hold the constitution, because if we don't hold the constitution, it means we have nothing we're working with, guys. You know, and so CDC as a party, they have that constitution. Probably Thomas Father went against the constitution. The executive committee member, maybe they met and they discussed and they feel that yes, they may need to be expelled. Imagine they suspended him, and I think his suspension is gravitated to a stage wherein he deserved expulsion from the party.
Do you think it was fair for the institution to keep forcing Thomas Father to go to minority bloc, and because he's not going to minority bloc, the next thing you expel him from the party?
Don't
you think every Liberian citizen deserves the right to associate or disassociate, to have the free will to affiliate with any side given the political ideology at the time?
Exactly. It's fair for you to exercise your free will. It's fair enough. Even the Bible that we all follow today, they gave us our free will. You see that? So giving his free will is fair. He decided that, okay, no, I think what this speaker is doing is not fair, so I will go with the majority. Okay, going with the majority, like I said, the entire saga of that Capitol building is political. And my brother Moluba just explained it all, that the first target is Funati Kofa. We will get rid of Funati Kofa and we put our United Party men there. The next person we're going to target now is Thomas Father, the deputy speaker. We're moving from there again and put our United Party men there. United Party in charge.
Who said that?
He just said it. Moluba just made that statement. Yes, you said it. Oh my! Moluba, your statement. Hold on. Your statement. It was clear, and from a logical standpoint, that's exactly what you mean.
So okay.
Oh, so you powerful.
So you logically, that's what he meant.
That's not what he said.
Yeah, that's exactly what you meant.
Guys, I want to hold you there. But you know what you remind me of? Just before we move that, you remind me of the journalist who did a story that Ellen Johnson said he died. So the old man woke up the next day. He said, "But then I must the next Jesus. I ain't die. I'm here." So they asked the guy, "But you reported that from President Ellen Johnson said he died." The man said, "Yeah, same about my story." The woman who said that, the woman come out and say, "I not die yet." Then you say, "How can you say my story?"
Somebody said she was seriously sick, so that means she's dead.
Yeah, she was there.
But honestly,
Mama said no. I ain't say it.
No.
Said, I mean, quantitatively, logically, chronologically, you know.
What you mean?
Moluba, when you digest Moluba's statement, right? You clearly see that that's the trend, and as a logical man, that's how I analyze it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
You got a logical person on the show. Thank you.
Let's take
logically.
He's taking Vasco place tonight.
Emmy will take us home.
Nelson, what's your question?
So again, the decision by the CDC to dismiss, let's say expel Deputy Speaker Thomas Father. You think it's a win or a loss for the party? You think it's going to have some consequences come 2029 on the institution itself? you think it was right for the party to have taken that decision to expel him only because he didn't agree to support Councillor Fonati Kofa, the speaker, having served as deputy speaker alongside, the speaker for pretty close to 9, 10 months or 11 months or so. What do you make of the decision of the party?
I think it was a good decision because they don't need to keep anyone who is not loyal, someone who is not consistent, because at one point he was with the speaker, he was even on the telephone while they were in session, talking to the president, and whatever Tabata they were talking on that phone, he make it seem like, he was going to be with Fanati, and it was all about, I'm going to support my party guy. And then he took his position, his selfishness over the party, and went over to be like, I have to protect my position. So like my brother said, there are always rules and order that govern every organization. And so the organization like found it wise and like, you know why? You're not supposed to be part of us because you are not loyal. You are not keeping our rules and regulations intact. And all you're thinking about right now is yourself. And mind you, I hope he's thinking outside of the box because he's there today with all Unity Party people. He shouldn't be comfortable because they're not going to keep him. So
You think
I
so?
hope he's watching his back. I know they're not going to keep him.
Don't you think he's a political asset that any political institution wants?
What's the political asset? Because he got a influence over his county?
Lofa County.
Well, there are other people that will get influence over Lofa County. And then that's a question to the people in Lofa County, right? Do you want a leader that is not consistent? Or a leader who is like, okay, I'm here today and I'm there tomorrow?
A big year.
So that's the question too. And that's what I'm saying, Maluba. We are our own problem.
Thank you, Shirley. Emmy, finally, Ma Anna wants to make a little input, but Emmy, maybe you can go before Ma Anna.
Gotta call Ma Anna.
And then
Ma Anna.
I should pour her on.
Leave her.
Okay. So let put Ma Anna on. I want our regular Oman that always following the show. Ma Anna, welcome to the show. Though we're not taking calls tonight, but this is a special,
Okay. Yeah.
How are you?
Thank you. Yeah. Thank God for life. Thank God for life.
Have you been following the show? You want to make your input? Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, these few days I don't call because of the Fanati issue. My late son was working with him. So I feel bad. Yeah. My son working in office. My son who died, yeah.
Oh, wow.
My first son. You were working with him. You were working in his county office in Grand Crew.
Wow.
Yeah. So I listen to you people. What I want to say is 3 things I have to say.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing is CDC suspending Tifa. Some of us, they hear us because Tifa is my son. I know him. My neighbor in Johnsonville, my son. He heard me. But then when I call and ask, CDC US, we even had a meeting. When we call back home and ask what happened, what they said is too painful. Because, yes.
So what they said? What they said?
Listen to me now.
Mm-hmm.
Councillor Fonati is the speaker. Tifa is a
deputy speaker.
Second in command.
Yeah.
Deputy, second in command. And from the same party. You cannot betray your brother like that. If anything he's doing, that people talking, you hear, you go to him in chamber. Or you go to a house, brother. This is what people are saying. So how do we work on it? That what people work together. That how people live. Go to him. That your president. He's not from different party, the same party. Go to him. That's what I'm hearing. So how do we work? Because the government now, you and myself leading the government. So when you spoil it, the two of us spoil it. When I spoil it, the two of us. So then he will the two of you will work.
But the way
work together, then meet the poor, but you don't betray. Look, because he joined those people, the way they get voice. If he was still with Fanati, yes. If Tifa was with Fanati, if he didn't join those people will not have arm to do what they are doing. Number one. Number two, from our consultation with leaders here in USA, the CDC USA, our consultation with people here, those people, they don't have right to suspend anybody. They are not even recognized by leaders. I'm telling you, they don't have right. And yeah, I wish I was one of those that they say they suspend. They will see me walking, going in my office, walking. They don't have rights. So then they say they don't have what they're doing. It's not right. Then they say they're suspending. What right they get? They are not legally seated. Up to now, they can't get 49. Up to now, they are not recognized. Then they say they're suspending who? Hey, yeah, Liberia is finished. They're suspending who? Number two. Number three.
Yeah, the last one.
CDC suspending Tifa. CDC suspending Tifa. It's not going to make CDC to fail. Market. That's what I'm saying. Market. Put money under it. 2020. No. Now we wish 2020. 2029, I wish for it to be like tomorrow. You will see the election that coming because Liberians are tired. Liberians are suffering on a Boaka.
Thank you.
Liberians are tired. Liberians are suffering on a Boaka. You call meeting now and you say election. Jesus, you will see.
Thank you.
So Lofa will never bow down.
Thank you, Mama.
Lofa will
Thank you. Thank you.
Mother say, make him. Put it on the wall. Put my name there. Say,
we'll take it to the bank. We'll take it to the bank, man.
Liberians are tired. Liberians are suffering.
Thank you, Mama.
Are tired under the Boaka stupid government.
Thank you. No, Mama, we can't do that one now. But I don't know which of the bank we take it to because somebody say
a Calgary bank.
A great bank. They say they finish the bank now. So I'm bank. We take it to some kind of bank and keep it there.
We take it to District 15 representative or what is that?
No, man.
Nelson, what's the praying woman, the prophecy woman, or something?
I actually wanted us to end up with that, but we don't have to.
Okay.
Yeah. So Emmy, just go ahead.
Okay, so it's funny, man. I said they like Brimpo suffering. They were enjoying on Judge Bria. God. But anyways, I'm not a politician, so I'm not gonna sit here and act like one to understand what's gonna happen and what's not gonna happen. But the only thing I want to speak to is that people are making the assumption that the time for that going to the majority black was something that he chose on his own. He betrayed his party, which what we saw here, that's not what happened. And Moba had said it. Like, he was threatened. The same way we gave you so and so time to come over or this will happen. And I think he was trying to save his own seat. That's what he went over. Now you can argue the whole argument if they have right to do that or they got constitutional standing or whatever that people want to argue. That's another topic. But you cannot say that he was with the minority bloc before that was said. And then he wrote a letter saying, give me some time, right? We read a letter here on the show, Nelson. So do whatever. And I guess he said he needed to check with his lawyers and something. And then after that, the next week, he went there. So maybe his lawyers advised him that that was the way to go or whatever. But it wasn't something that, I'm here today, but I'm going to add on that number. That, at least that's not what some of us saw. So maybe everybody that's saying he betrayed his party by doing that, he's understanding, maybe they saw something else. But that's what I saw and what I understood. And the whole thing with it, with people doing this and not doing the right thing and not doing the wrong thing, I think, well, anyway, I'll do that in my closing. But like I said,
are we already doing our closing now, though?
We do not. That was the closing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So let me move on.
I mean, no. Not the closing. Don't do that.
No. We're out of time. We're out of time. And
yeah.
Take us on.
So the whole thing, we all agree that what was being done to Speaker Kofa was not being done the right way. When we came on the show, we talked about it. Okay, I guess I'm always seditious at the time, And now that we are against the violence and saying that, oh, because of that, it should change. Now we are United Party, which I don't even, prescribe to those kind of things. But the only way, from what has been said, the only thing that I see right now, like I said, that's my opinion, to revisit what whatever the rules are of removing a speaker, and also add on all of these elections and stuff, and doing that. If there's any smoke or any accusation about money exchanging hands, it needs to be thoroughly election. Everything needs to be stopped, and it needs to be thoroughly investigated, and that needs to be something action to that. Unless they can do all of that, so long money is being flying around and Brian, everything is all the illegal thing is always going to be done in that house. All of that needs to be put under control. That's the only way. People want the right thing done, but when it comes to the other side, that it's okay for somebody to do that, to exchange money, to bribe people to bring their own something. No, which is supposed to be also wrong. But people sit and accept that and think it's nothing. But then they want to, the hypocrisy is just too much. That's all I can say. And until they can wipe all of that out and be the honest that people always claiming to be honest, that be honest. Until they can really, really be honest and address all of those things and do it the right way. Accountability. As long none of that happening, just forget it. It's a person that already been said. We were saying I telling Speaker Kofi was wrong. He should do that. But look at what's going on with him now.
There's
Embarrassing him, taking on something. So why you disturbing my closing? You were talking, I shut my mouth. I didn't say anything. Why you disturbing my closing?
2 hours. Just take 20 seconds and conclude, and we're out of time. Yeah.
No, I'm saying that. Me get it.
All right, so folks,
I'm gonna tell you 20 seconds.
Thanks.
Mama, take a 20 seconds. You finish.
But that's when we do closing, my man.
But guys, we're seriously out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time. We 10 telephone.
Yeah.
Right. That's
also, that's why you interrupted my closing.
So
I'll make it up to you, Mama. Don't worry.
That's it.
Great show.
Don't worry.
It's been a great show. We hope. Look at Nush say, let me take 2 minutes.
You mind?
Thank you, Nush.
Without dedicated whole show.
Okay, so guys, let's hope we can take just 30 seconds across the table because we're seriously out of time. Starting with you, Moba.
Yeah, thank you, Nelson, and thank you to my fellow panel. It was a very great show, and thank you to our many listeners. Look, we'll always focus on the bread and butter issues for the country. Like Liberians, y'all rest and show things will be better. For now, we understand things is not 100%, but at least today you can buy gas. Today you get running water. You get all the things. You get all the things that are working.
Thanks, Tommy.
How much we will focus on the bread and butter issue and the job creation. Let all Liberians around the world pray for a better Liberia and our president as well.
Thank you, Moba. Charles, 10 seconds quickly.
Yeah, so Moba, with everything that is going on in our country, our people are the ones suffering. Our people are the ones taking the weight. Those people that are running around in big cars, running the Capitol building, their children are eating good food, they are riding decent cars, and they are going to good school. Our children are the ones suffering. And to just say this, right, Moba is so hurtful to see my lawmaker, disgracing the country, disgracing my district, disgracing the Constitution is hurtful. It's seriously hurtful. And to our fellow followers on social media, we want to say thank you for following always. We love you guys. We appreciate the criticism, the everything. We love you guys. Thank you, and hope to see you again.
Logically speaking, not just playing, but it was really nice. Always nice to be on here. We are always here to talk about what is happening in our country. Thank you for joining us. Please do share the show, and we get to see you again tomorrow. But I want to say to Speaker Fanati Kofi, do not resign. make sure they get it done the right way. It's not about you being a speaker. I'm sure you care less about that, but you want to make sure that this stuff is not going to happen again to someone else. So you're not only fighting for yourself, you're fighting for the next person that is going to try to do this to again. So make sure you go back to the Lord and let due process be done. Thank you.
Emmy, I think Emmy is closing, right?
Yeah, I mean it's done. I mean it's done.
Yeah, please not disturbing. So thank you, Nelson, for showing up again. Thank you, Tommy. See, Tommy and I never always agree, right? But he knows that Amy has her view and he has his. I appreciate you, Tommy. And then Netanya, I told you I'm no politician, okay? I'm not gonna come here and tell you what you want to hear for your party or for your many or support it. I'm sorry. Forgive me tonight, guys, but what I think is what I'm saying, and that's just my opinion. It's not the Holy Bible, it's not the Constitution. Don't beat me up for it. We hope and pray that they resolve this situation soon, early, and I feel bad for Speaker Kofa. I'm going to say it, and I always said it, but at this point, I don't think that pulling and holding and doing this is going to fix anything. I think a reform needs to be done. That's my opinion. That's all. To stop this from happening again. Thank you.
Thanks a lot, Emmy.
Call him by force majority.
Many thanks to our dear brother, Moba Zokat, the man who came in your couch today just to disturb the show. We appreciate you. Thanks to you, Charles. Having been away for 5 months, finally Charles is back. He's a prodigal son on the show.
Oh yeah, and I got some bone to pick about that too.
And to our dear sister Shirley, she came on as Safari testified today. She just got off her show. And she
hey, Freeman.
Thanks a lot, Shirley. We appreciate you.
But Emmy, you just telling the man who not close.
I mean, the president.
The people.
And Nelson, if you don't mind, Safari testify, we're doing our 100 bag rice giveaway on the 22nd. Just thought I'd squeeze that in. And if you are in Liberia, please follow our platform. Safari Testify. We do have a platform on Facebook. Follow us and be part of the 100 Becca Right giveaway. We want to give away 100 Becca Right this Christmas to family.
Okay. So that's a great one and a very great initiative.
Thank you guys for feeding our people back home.
And yeah, something is slipped my mind, but yeah, thanks a lot.
Okay, I put you today.
Okay, so today is Touré's birthday. Yes, today is Touré's birthday. Happy birthday to our dear brother, the Guatala boy.
You need some patience, Nelson. You need some patience.
Yeah, I didn't get it. Yeah, I didn't really.
No, Touré also. Touré, happy birthday so that's you. Why he's not celebrating the birthday because he also bereaved. So he loves his little sister back home.
Amen.
So yeah, so, happy birthday to our brother.
Reach out to him, guys.
I'll call you.
Thanks a lot to everyone for being here. We look forward to being here tomorrow. Till then, have a good night, everyone, and bye-bye for now.
Good night.